Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's overall project review is going to be on the project Dusk. I'm covering the topic because they actually won my poll on Twitter. If you have any content suggestions, leave them in the comments down below and maybe your project will end up on one of my polls. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like and that subscribe button. I'm super grateful for the community support. Quick housekeeping. Myself and a bunch of other content creators have been creating a monthly newsletter for you guys. It's bringing all kinds of news, research, and technical analysis breakdowns on a monthly basis. I'll leave the link down below if you feel like signing up. We actually just released our second issue today, or tomorrow, depending on when this video comes out. My normal friendly disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, all investments have inherent risk, and please always do your own research. Alright, let's get started. The roadmap states that the project began in 2017 and is a decentralized infrastructure that is focused on providing the right balance between privacy and transparency. They're planning to offer a payment system, communication, and asset ownership transfer in a fast and secure manner. The Dusk network was created with one purpose in mind: to provide its peers with an unsurveilled and censorship-free network infrastructure that grants them the possibility to communicate freely while safeguarding identities. Next is the project history. Emanuele Francione is the project and tech lead at the Dusk Foundation. He's got a Master's of Engineering in the field of mechatronics, robotics, and automation engineering from Rome Tre University in Rome, Italy. He has also led the R&D of the Content and Services Department of TomTom, which is a navigation devices company based in Amsterdam. Fulvio Venturelli is the lead researcher at the Dusk Foundation, and he has a degree in IT engineering from Sapienza University. He's got a past history of working with leading international companies such as Amazon, Excite, and TomTom for the past 20 years. The two of them have published several patents together in the field of sensor networking, location-based services, and blockchain tech. Next is the ICO. There will be no public ICO, only a private sale, and there will be a total of 500 million Dusk tokens that are available. The project aims to raise 14.4 million for the 50% token total, and the remaining 50% will be distributed as follows. 18% will go to the Tech Development Fund, 12% is budgeted for exchange and partnerships, 7% will be used for marketing and for an airdrop, 6% will be vested among the team members, and the final 6% will go to the project's advisors. Tokens sold to pre-sale and strategic investors will be distributed linearly during a 12-month period. The team uses a new way of distribution, which they call the second-by-second vesting, and allows investors to call the contract when they want to get the portion that is released up until that moment. The team tokens will be completely locked for 12 months with a linear vesting period over the next 12 months, and the price will be 5 cents a token with no bonuses. Next is the technology. Dusk Network uses a segregated Byzantine agreement protocol instead of the more common proof of work or proof of stake protocols. SBA is a privacy-oriented consensus mechanism where the network-intensive tasks of block verification, voting, and notarization are carried out by the non-transactional nodes called provisioners. These provisioner nodes are kept separated from block generation and require a bigger stake that will handle heavier computational tasks. The normal transactions are the responsibility of the normal transaction nodes, which compete in a cryptographic lottery sortition for block rewards. Quick definition: sortition means the action of selecting and determining something by casting or drawing of lots. These nodes will require only a small amount of Dusk committed on a time-locked, confidential transaction to participate in the blind bid. The infrastructure will be governed by Dusk's native token, which is Dusk, and it will be used to incentivize participation in the network. It will also serve as a medium of exchange. The Dusk network is a privacy protocol that uses zero-knowledge cryptography to remove the middlemen from regulated markets without losing regulatory compliance. It's got three major components: the anonymous network layer, the segregated Byzantine agreement, and the secure tunnel switching. The Dusk anonymous network layer. This network layer uses the gossip layer, which basically means that it uses a mechanism to avoid revealing IP addresses of the network peers, and it also allows for offline data retrieval. It has stealth addresses, which help to protect the transaction recipient's anonymity, and ring CT signatures to protect the transaction sender's identity. You may have heard of this kind of technology if you're familiar with Monero. The ring CT technology makes the payment virtually unlinkable to the original spender. It's also fast and conceals the amount being transferred. Confidential transactions include cryptographic proof that a given set of input amounts proves that the sum equals the output amounts without revealing any pertinent information. This is pretty important stuff if you're a privacy-oriented project. Next is the segregated Byzantine agreement. This is a new consensus mechanism using bulletproof technology, which makes the project much more centered around security instead of using normal proof of work or proof of stake. What is bulletproof technology? Basically, instead of obscuring the entirety of the blockchain, the bulletproofs will conceal the quantities sent within a transaction. And lastly, secure tunnel switching. This is a data streaming layer with full confidentiality, auto and video conferencing, online and offline file transfer, and real-time payment channels. To sum it up, it's a fast, peer-to-peer, private, and data communication channel. All these attributes will be accessible to the platform users and paid for in the Dusk tokens. It will also support bidirectional atomic exchanges of value, which basically means transfers of asset ownership or security token offerings. They plan to provide the Confidential Security Token Standard, or what they've dubbed the XST. This will make it possible for third parties to issue security tokens on the Dusk network. Similar to how Ethereum was the platform for ICOs, Dusk wants to be the jumping off point for security token offerings. STOs that implement the XST will reportedly benefit from the privacy and regulatory compliance data that will be integrated into the transaction protocol. As far as actual use case for the token goes, Dusk aims to be a real currency for the STO ecosystem used for fundraising, security token trading, recurring dividends, and also return on investment payments. It absolves functions as a means of payment for the network usage, like in data transmission use cases or gas fees. Security token issuers are incentivized to hold Dusk for their recurring ROI operations, while token owners can either run a provisioner stake or bid on a block generation node in order to join and win the block generation sortition lottery. That brings us to present day. They've got some pretty strong advisors on the team. Marcel Rollins was a former general manager of BitPay, which is a Bitcoin payments company. He's also acted as a general manager at MasterCard and GE Capital. Elon Morley. He was a mentor at Techstars and was also a senior analyst at Thomson Reuters. Ivan Poon is the CEO of Switcheo, Neo's decentralized exchange. Gary Quinn is known for bringing the market billions worth of IPOs, and James Roy Poulter has worked as an international tax advisor for Ernst & Young. Upcoming. As far as the future things to look forward to for Dusk, in Q1 of 2019, they've got their SBA implementation of the Anonymous Gossip Network, the creation of the XST20 Confidential Standard, which is their security token standard, and the release of the testnet. If you're interested in the mainnet launch, that's listed for Q2 of 2019. On to the pros. They've got a good team with considerable expertise in the IT and entrepreneurship fields. Obviously, having a strong team is always a pro. If the transition from ICOs to SCOs actually occurs, the Dusk Network will be one of the first projects to lead the charge, and we know how important first mover advantage is in this space. A crypto project that's regulatory compliant is a sustainable business model, especially considering the SEC is really starting to crack down on the crypto space. Cons. Mostly a white paper at the moment. That can always be a concern for people, obviously, because you're taking the team's word for it. However, their DevNet is launching on the 14th of December, and they're actively incubating STOs at the moment. No public GitHub currently. Also, however, the team states that they plan to make the GitHub public starting the 14th of December. Long roadmap. The project's estimated to release its first functionality, the issuance of the confidentiality tokens, or XST, which is the equivalent of the ERC20 tokens for Ethereum, through their mainnet of Q2 of 2019. That's a ways away yet, but comparatively, it isn't as long or far away as some other projects I've looked at as far as development-wise goes. Final thoughts. Security tokens seem to be the talk of the crypto space as of lately. I love the idea that Dusk is trying to get ahead of the game, and my major issue with projects with a bit of a longer roadmap is that people can easily get bored or feel like the project may lose steam. I'd suggest to the team that they do their best to put out frequent updates or AMAs to the public to answer questions and keep people interested in the loop. All in all, I like the project. I look forward to seeing how this evolves and how the crypto space evolves in the next year. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for me today and my project review. I want to thank you all for watching as usual, and I will see everyone soon. So you've gotten to the end of the video, huh? Are you still in the mood for more crypto content? Then you come to the right place. Check out all my playlists over here and get your crypto fix. And as usual, thanks for watching my channel.